You're highly welcome to Future Setters Institute's Youth Development Show, episode 13. A lot of people don't really know how to maximize their time. They don't know how to use their time to make a difference. They feel they have so much time to do what they want to do. They keep procrastinating and they face so many challenges. But actually, if we can know how to maximize our time, possible steps that we can introduce into our lives or our organizations or to our business that can help us to actually know how to use our time well, then it will be very great, a very great opportunity. So today we are going to be talking on time management, how to maximize your time to boost effectiveness, to boost efficiency in your organization. So do well to stay with us while we discuss on this great topic. And also we have a very great speaker, the person of Iniola, who is going to be talking to us on the topic. So to everyone that is with us right now, do well to stay with us. Feel free to ask your necessary questions. Don't be worried. Yes, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section. While for those that have not really been with us before, uh, feel free to um, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel because definitely you'll be learning a lot. We have a lot of programs which has been ongoing. Currently, like I said, we are at episode 13 and we've been ongoing since episode 1 down to episode 13. We've been having international speakers from different places all over the world where they talk on different things. We actually discuss on three core niches: leadership, personal development, and work ethics. We mentor young individuals because they have so many challenges. A lot of them have low self-esteem, have fear, they face a lot of things. This is what Future Setters does for you. It helps you, it models you to become the best version of yourself so that you can be marketable, you can work in a competitive world, and you can be accepted for who you truly are. So today we have the person of Iniola, the person Anu Oluwapo. Highly welcome to today's youth development show, and it's very great to have you with us. Uh, yes, you are welcome.
You. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. So we are listening to you. We want to hear from you. Tell us about time management, your steps, the tips you feel young individuals need to know about, and just share your story. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm highly pleasured to be here. Okay. Thank you so much. And before I start with anything, I would like to make the introduction myself so that people out there would be able to know me well. So, like you initially said, my name is Mercy. I also have a brand name, which is Iniola. It is not just Iniola alone, but Iniola Fashion Atelier for those that don't know. So thank you so much. For time management,
Yeah.
time time management is not something new. This is not the first time we'll be hearing about time management. Even treating the what's it called the phrase in isolated way. Everybody knows about time, and everybody knows about management. So time is, bringing yourself to what really counts. It's not necessary. It pertains to the wristwatch or clock or what have you, whatever. You can give yourself time. You can make use of the stopwatch just to, help yourself to attain some certain goals. And management is not always restricted to time alone. We have phrases like classroom management, phrases like podium management, what have you. So when you treat them isolatedly, you have different answers to it. But when we are bringing time together with management, it brings a lot of things with it. Okay. So when we're talking about time management is a process. It is not just a static thing. It is a process. And what process is it? It's a process of planning, and it's also a process of, you know, sharing your time simultaneously onto what you want to achieve. So that it will increase your productivity, and not just anyhow productivity, things that will affect your life positively. Do you get it now? So when we're talking about time management, it's in a nutshell, it's just about managing your time well, and sharing this time on productive ideas and productive activities. Okay? Are we together? Hello?
My mic, I'm
Hello, are
listening
we
to you.
together? Okay.
We are
So,
together. We are
effective
together.
time
Yes.
management. Okay, okay. Effective time management enables you to prioritize your tasks. It also increases, like I earlier said, and it reduces stress. Okay, I talked about the effectiveness of time management because before I talk about the tips, effectiveness, we must what time management is all about, and we must also the significance of time management. So when you have effective time management, it enables you to prioritize your tasks. It also increases your productivity and it also reduces your ahead.
Hello, Iniola, are you
Your
there?
life
Can you hear me?
forces.
Good. I'm very sorry for the break in network. I think it's from our end, but definitely she'll be joining us shortly. So to everyone watching, you are highly welcome. And do well to stay with us as we are going to be interacting on the topic, time management. Like she has said, time management helps us to reduce stress because we cannot be everywhere. We definitely cannot be everywhere. We have to choose what is most important for us. If we don't prioritize our tasks, how do we cope? You understand? So we have to decide on, oh, this is what is most important right now. This is what is most important right now. So we have to, just like Ineola said, just like she said. So do well to stay with us and listen and learn. Right? Listen and learn from her. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. It
I
seems
think
like
there
the
is a
network
glitch.
is, yes, it seems like the network was breaking from your end a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
So how is it
You can
now?
proceed now. Is better now. It's
Now
better
I've
now.
talked. Okay, I've talked about time management,
All right.
right? So before I venture into the health effectiveness, I would like to mention some tips and some steps in achieving those goals you set, okay, as an individual. And this is what brings me to what's it called? The chain of successful tasks. Because for you to manage your time, you must have a set task, a set goal that you want to meet up. So we have chain of successful tasks. And to me, I would like to compress it to just three words, just three. Although each of those words has their own, what's it called now, their breaks and all everything. Okay, it is not limited to those words alone. But for people to, understand well, we have just three words. And the first one is your vision. Okay, for a successful task, you must have a vision. What exactly do I want to do? Where do I want to get to? What are those things I must put in place to, attain this goal? Okay. So after your vision, you have your action. The second one, the actions you will take. What are those things to do to, attain this set goal? Your actions is very, very compulsory. The actions you take. Now, the third one is attainment. That is where evaluation comes in. Okay, you are what you've achieved from the vision you set, from the goals you set, and from the actions you took. There are necessary actions you take to get to one certain place. So attainment, you check yourself, you run tests to yourself, that what have I done, what are these things, have I done well, have I done the necessary things, and all of that. So we have just three: the vision, the action, and attainment. Okay. So when you have those three, for you to be successful with whatever task you have before you, will be very easy. And you must be very, very intentional with whatever you want to do. When you want to manage your time, you must be intentional with it. It does not just come like that. You must be very, very intentional. Okay? It doesn't come accidentally. And talking about the action again, you must be intentional about it. I want to do this. No one is forcing me. I'm not under duress. I want to do this myself so as to attain so scholars. Okay, some scholars that spoke about time management. We can't just move to tips without venturing more into time management. There are some scholars that they've addressed this what's it called, this field, and they have one or two things they have said about it. So I have here with me behaviors that aim at achieving an effective behavior, um, an effective use of time while performing certain goals. Direct
It's like the network is still breaking.
activity.
Can you like just join again, like leave, join again? Seems like the network is breaking. I'm observing it from your end.
Okay,
Okay, you just leave and
and
join
this is
again.
propounded by um, Cleanses 2007. Okay, this is from Cleanses 2007. Time management is that bill that aims
All right, so she'll be joining us shortly. Just stay with us. Yeah, just stay with us. This topic is a very crucial one. Prepare all your questions, share them in the comment section. We'll display them for you. And also, if you have a business you want to display for the clients or the people watching, feel free to also share in the comment section. If also you want to display your work whatsoever, you're very free to share it in the comment section. All right. So do not shy away from using the comment section. Follow up our training. Stay with us because it's going to be very much interactive. Definitely, you are going to be learning a lot. And yeah, stay with us. So I think she's back and we'll be continuing now. So welcome back, Mercy. It seems network is kind of bad, but yes, I can hear you. It seems network is kind of bad, but let's see what we can do. Work with it. Let's try to
okay.
see how we can work with it. Yes, it's much better now.
So can you hear me now?
Yes, clearly. Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I've spoken about the chain of successful tasks. That is where I mentioned your vision, your set goals, where you evaluate yourself, your your image to the entire public. Now, I said I would love us to go through some scholars' perspective on time management because time management is not just an isolated phrase. It is what we really need to add or include our daily life activity. You can't do well without managing it, not time alone. Yourself, you can't do well without your health, finances, anything at all. That's why we have our celebrities with managers. So the position of management is not, it shouldn't be underrated at all. It shouldn't be underrated because it is very, very significant to one's life success. So the first caller I would love to talk about is Clessons 2007, where he says behaviors that aim at achieving an effective use of time while performing certain goal directed activities. That is how we describe time management. And according to Britton and Tisa, 1991, the describe time management as a practice intended to maximize intellectual productivity. You see, particular word that is dominant in what we've been talking about. That's your productivity. That's productivity. Productivity. Productivity is what you have to show to the entire world, what we can trade, what you can sell for your worth, what you can trade to earn enough money, not even money alone, to increase your value. And what have you? How you want to show yourself to the entire public. Okay? So productivity is not restricted to earning money alone. Okay? It also talks about your image, talks about your worth, talks about your value. Now, having said that, we move to tips to maximize effectiveness. There are some certain tips to practice. There are some certain actions to put in place for effectiveness. Okay, and these techniques, I would like to talk about seven of them. They are numerous. We have different tips. They are numerous. In fact, we have so many. But I would love us to talk about the practical, just practicals alone. Those you can practicalize that will really bring out the concreteness of what we are really talking about. I would not want us to direct our teachings to theories alone, but it will deal with practicals. I'll cite examples to everything. So using having a case study, what is the story? Please excuse me. So having a case study now, I would love to use some certain aspects in English language as a case study. So please enjoy as I explain to you the tips. The first one I have here is the Pomodoro technique. The pronunciation Pomodoro technique. It a it is a what's it called now? It is a time management method developed by Frances Cirillo in the late 1980s. Okay, and this technique deals with breaks, having important breaks that will really help you to achieve your goals. Okay, you can't just keep working like a wristwatch or keep working like a wall clock without giving yourself enough breaks. Enough breaks. So this technique deals with having necessary breaks. Just, so it is a 25-minute technique, having a long work at a stretch for 25 minutes. Having doing that, you give yourself 5 minutes break just to recharge your batteries, just to keep yourself moving, for you not to get too bored, for you not to, be stressed out. I talked about time management as a method of reducing stress. So when you exhibit the Pomodoro technique into your task or achievement or anything that deals with productivity, it helps to recharge your battery. It helps to, live a stress-free life. Do you understand? To help you not to break out when you are supposed to enjoy your break. That's about the Pomodoro technique. And it is a technique that was put in place um, by Francis Cirillo in the 1980s. This technique is based on 25 minutes work session, like I earlier said, called the Pomodoro, followed by short levels of break. Short levels of, not like your break will be 10 minutes and your 5 minutes. No. When you have a, like I said earlier, talking about the action that will lead you to attainment. Action, your session, or anything you give yourself must be on a long stretch. Then after the stretch, you give yourself necessary break. Okay. Before I continue with that, I would love us to the school setting as a case study. Going to the school as a student, you're going there to prepare for your future. Schooling just prepares you for your future, for what you can give to as early as 7:30 in the morning, stays in the classroom without long breaks, without short breaks. When you now, reaching the eighth period of that day, you say that your students will lost interest in whatever you're doing. Take for instance the mathematics subject. Most schools place their mathematics at first and second period because they know that placing your mathematics a lot seventh or eighth period will make your students lost interest totally. It deals with reasoning. It deals with logic. It is far above cramming and pouring. That's mathematics for you. So, but within this period of subjects, having subjects in the class, the school gives you break. The break is for you to, freshen up, recharge your batteries, bring your brain to a rest of at least for little minutes, and then you go back to the classroom. Now let's now assume that that same student, after closing hours, let's assume the school closes by 3:30 in the afternoon, and after the closing hours, you mandate your child to join another lesson, evening lesson, and the lesson is supposed to last between the hours of 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. in the evening. When your child goes to the lesson and is there lifeless, not able to just contribute to the teachings of the teachers, or the teacher teaching, when your student comes back to the house, you see your child very, very tired. Your child will lost every interest in every other.
I believe you all are following. You were to stay with us. I believe maybe there is a form of network interruption from our end, but do well to stay with us. Yes, it's very much interesting. Prepare your questions in the comment section. If you have any question whatsoever you want to share, feel free to share them in the comment section. Like I said, time management is a very much important skill. If we know how to manage our time, we will be very effective. Like Inyola said, we need to know how to manage our time. Because if we do not manage our time, there'll be a lot of problem. You see, like you said, the secondary schools, people, they are in schools, and they give them work, they do everything. They just want to read. Some people even go for night classes, knowing fully well that those night classes does not work for them. They go for night classes, and when they go for night classes, they deteriorate. They are not really their true self. They're not really their best self. You see, all this happens because they feel they are trying to please others. Like they see that this is what others are doing, and they feel it will work for them. Everyone needs to know what works for them and know how to effectively maximize their time. If you do not know how to maximize your time, there will be a very big problem. While we wait for her, I'll share certain tips. I'll share certain things for you all. And time is a very valuable currency. Valuable currency, just like attention. Like some people, they are engaging in certain conversations with people, so they are discussing with them, they are having a tete-a-tete, they are talking on certain things, and it gets to a level when this conversation becomes maybe boring, maybe because you are no longer enjoying the conversation. That means you have already exhausted your time. So time is almost like attention. There is a level to which this thing becomes too much that you need to give yourself some time to recharge. Just like you said, recharge your battery. So efficiency comes when we use that time that we know is the right time to get results. But most of us feel that we can just spend all the time. Like she said, we have to know how to maximize our time. And that's very much important. She has talked about the Pomodoro technique and now telling us that time management helps us to relieve stress. It's also a great point. So welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. Welcome back.
Hello?
Welcome back. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome. I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Very well.
Okay. So I talked about the Pomodoro technique that was instituted by Francis Francis Cerullo. And to effectively maximize this technique, there are some things you put in place. There are some certain things you need to put. There should be a to-do list. Those things you need to do. And one,
Network is breaking again from your end. Don't know. Are you there?
hey God.
But I'm not really hearing you. Okay, it's better. I think I can hear you now.
What about now?
Proceed.
Oh
Yes, it's
God.
better. I can hear you now.
Hello?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. So, oh, all right, all right. So I talked about the Pomodoro technique, and for you to effectively maximize, I talked about having a to-do list. So spoke about being intentional with whatever you're doing, with whatever goal you've set for yourself. And being intentional alone is not enough. You must be consistent as well. When you have a goal and you have that spirit, the eagerness for you to do something a particular day, you should also have that same eagerness the second day. You should not just leave that for that day and you think that one is enough for you to achieve your set goal. No, not at all. So you must have a to-do list. to 25 minutes. We are talking about the Pomodoro technique. So for that, you will set a timer for 25 minutes. So the remaining 5 minutes is for your break. A school child that's a stretchy day without break. Such child can fall sick from the strenuous work they engage in. So to have a timer, you set a timer for your long session. Start setting a timer for 25 minutes. Also have it in mind that 5 minutes is for your own break. That break will help you to recharge your battery. It will also help you to have a stress-free day. And even your what's it called? Your body system needs break. You don't just endanger yourself to having a stretchy and strenuous session without having necessary break. And also for the Pomodoro skill technique, you also you manage distraction. What I have here is interruption and distraction should be avoided. Interruption be from your friends, from the games you have on your phone or on your device, distraction from your colleagues, anything. So you must avoid by all means. Okay, you must have a conducive environment for you to avoid distraction. Okay, and even for distraction, you can also manage it. You can manage action, you can manage interruption by excusing yourself from a noisy environment to get yourself in, serene place. Break. I already talked about that. Then you repeat the circle 4 times. You repeat that circle times. When you repeat the circle 4 times, it helps you and it also adds up to your behavior. When you are consistent and intentional about it becomes your character. And before you know it, doing it without stress, self doing it without pressure. So when you repeat that session or that circle for 4, it means you will have 4 break, and that break is 5 minutes. When you have 4 breaks, that's 5 times 4. That's 20 minutes, which means you must have 20 minutes of break when you are trying to exhibit Pomodoro technique. So that's one tip on effectiveness of your time. Okay, it helps concentrate more about that place you are heading to, trying to chase. Okay, helps your concentration. It helps you to fight distraction, unnecessary distraction. Okay, that's about the Pomodoro technique. Now, the second tip to maximize your effectiveness is setting smart goals. Setting smart goals. Now, when we're talking about the SMART goal, SMART is for grounded. For grounded, what sense? SMART is like written in capital letter SMART. And how do you know it's SMART or not? The SMART is an acronym of what I'm going to talk about now. So SMART, your goal must be specific. It must be very specific and concise. It must not be abstract. That S for SMART. Then the second one is measurable. Your goal must be measurable. Okay, that's where your time comes in. For this certain period of time, I want to do this. I will be able to do that. I'll be able to achieve this. And I'll be able to achieve that. Now, for A, your goal must be achievable. You should be able to achieve it. You start very small. Starting small does not mean you won't make it. Of course you will. When you start small, before you know it, you get used to the process. And I talked about time management as a process. It doesn't just come in one phase. No, it is a lifelong thing. The same as education, schooling, attaining knowledge is a process. Okay, so it's achievable. And that one, which is R, is relevant. Your goal must obviously be relevant. If it is not relevant, it's not making sense. It's not worth all a goal. So it must be relevant. And the last one, which is C, is time bound. Your goal must be time bound. For a starter, the plan is very, very helpful because take for instance, who does not know Christ, who does not pray in the morning before waking up, and you feel need for you to at least talk to your creator early in the morning. You have this time bound. Talking about time bound now, starting from 4 a.m. in the morning to 4:30. I want to pray, I want to do this, I want to do that. After setting that, you must know that it is a continuous event. Every morning by 4 a.m. You must have a timer. We have a lot of things that can help you set your time. Your phone stopwatch is there. Your what's it called? App is there that will help you. So when you do that consistently and repeatedly, it will even get to a stage that even without your phone alarm,
Okay, so I do apologize for the network issue from our end. Definitely should be joining us. Like I said, I believe you all are enjoying today's program.
you
Feel
will
free to
wake
ask
up at that
questions. Yes,
particular time because you are used to it already. So that's
you
that
can
about.
continue. You can continue. You can proceed.
I talked about your goals must be smart, specific, it must be measurable, it must be time bound, and it must be relevant. Okay? So it helps you to work well, it also helps you to achieve your goal, and it also helps to ward off distraction. It helps you to concentrate. Now, the third tips I'll be talking about is to eliminate distractions, interruptions completely. Have you noticed that when we read a particular line of a book, of a text, or anything, you tend to reread again when your concentration is lost? And when you read again, you in fact, you might not even end up getting one or two things because there is distraction. So for you to be able to maximize effectiveness, you must be able to ward off distraction. If your phone will distract you, you disable every app that might serve as distraction. Okay, someone like me, I love playing games, but when it is time for me to read, I read without allowing any distraction to set in. Okay, you make sure you enable concentration. And the fourth one, because we are running out of time, the fourth one is you manage your workload. Okay, you manage your workload, you prioritize your task, and you also need to delegate your task too. Yes, you must be able to you must be able to seek support from people, from colleagues, from like-minded people. They will help you to, bring decisions that can also help your set goals and your set tasks. Now, the fifth one I'll be talking about is take regular breaks when necessary. I've spoken very much about taking break and the good effects of taking break. So I won't talk more about that. I won't talk much about that. Now, you create a productive environment. That's the sixth one. You create a productive environment, a serene environment, a good environment that will help ward off distraction. Okay? And then the seventh one, the last, we're talking about celebrating your achievements. You have to celebrate your little wins. Okay? Celebrate your achievements, celebrate your little wins. Help yourself, encourage yourself when you celebrate your achievements. It helps to encourage that inner person in you. So when you put all this in place and you do this by being consistent, by being intentional, it will help to maximize your effectiveness. Okay? So, in conclusion, time management, don't forget, don't be too hard on yourself. Time management is a process. It is what you do repeatedly and consistently. So when you do this repeatedly, it becomes your habit, becomes your character. That even under duress, before you've been doing that, but without duress or without pressure, you'll be able to do this without any outer interruption or any distraction from anyone. So that's that about the tips to maximize your effectiveness.
Okay, thank you so much, Iniola, Ayesimbo, Anu Oluwapo. Yeah, it's so great learning from you today. And I must confess, it's really impactful. It was really very impactful hearing from you today. And I also believe the audience as
Yeah.
well also learned a lot because, yes, time management is something that most people just feel is not important, that they should just live their life the way they want to live their life. And that is very wrong. So thank you so
Very.
much. And okay, so before you leave, I'll just share the questions, share some questions I got from my end now. For me, let me quickly share them. Let me share the first question. Okay, so so the first question says, what advice do you have for those who do not believe in rest? Because there are a lot of young people that feel, maybe for example, in their workplace, they still need so much because let me just say they have less money because the place they are not earning as much money as possible. So possibly they want to add more opportunities and then it's actually breaking them down. So is there a way like what can you say for those people that do not believe in rest, but they have this focused mindset on making money? What do you have to say about that?
All right. Thank you so much for the question. Like I earlier said, rest is very paramount to everyone, not even humans alone, even our animals, or even all those things we use at home, our vehicles, our everything. We all need rest. When you have a stretchy workload on you, it breaks you down. It does. And when you say that there is no rest in probably your workplace or where you're getting money, you try to at least, it's not possible for you to work for the whole of 24 hours in a day. It is not possible. You go to your workplace, you come back home, you do your necessary chores and all. So the time allotted for you to rest, the little period for you to rest, you you enjoy your rest. Of course, and there are some different apps that even what's it called, earn us money online without necessarily doing your 9 to 5 job. We have a lot online. Okay, social media is very very productive these days. Okay, before you do that, you take counsel. You shouldn't be ignorant of these things that brings us money. Okay, take counsel. You are not ignorant. Talk to the right channels for you to be led aright. And the little time allotted for you to rest, make sure you maximize your rest. Make sure you see it as a significant part of your life. Because when you break down, of course, those people doing their work will find another person to replace you. So your head comes first
That's true.
before any other thing.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Thank you so much once more. Like over here in Abia State, we conducted a health outreach, and then we observed that a lot of people have high blood pressure. A lot
Mm.
of them have high blood sugar, you know, they have and so many other things like that. Most of them feel that they are normal, they are okay, they are just working, stressing themselves. Unknown to them, this stress is actually eating them down. So yes,
Mm.
like you said, rest is very much important. Consider your health first. Health is very much important. To everyone
Yeah.
watching, take good care of your health because it's your life. If you go
Yeah.
today,
So
like she said, someone else will replace you. Someone else will replace you. So if you are fine, you can do whatsoever you want to do. Yeah, thank you. Then the second one says, let me share this one. Can distractions be a good thing at some point?
The question again.
What do you have to say about that? Can distractions be a good thing at some point?
Distraction. Can it be a good thing at some point?
Yes.
Distraction in what sense? Distraction to the set
Okay.
goal you have.
Let's
Okay.
say for let's say for example, a person has so many things on his mind,
Okay.
and then he's actually working on one, and
Okay.
then maybe someone is now trying to take him away from that one to another goal. So
Hmm.
can distractions be a good thing at some point? If the person now helps him to build that one, because that is also a form of distraction as well too.
Hmm.
So what do you
Actually,
think?
actually, before you venture into getting any goal at all, you said you must be able to think about what this certain goal will give you at the end of the day. You shouldn't just make goals, or you shouldn't just think about something. Let's talk about business now. You shouldn't think about just this any business because some people are into it, and you also feel I want to also do this so as to earn. If it's not going to work for you, it is better you don't even try it at first, and you don't get tired of that thing. But when you have something pushing you, when you have that inner mind driving you, see, distraction is very good at some point, but I won't call it distraction now. I'll call it power. Power in what sense? Now, if you are a person like that does not like stress, undergoing stress, that does not like to do some work, but you have younger ones behind you that are always asking for things from you. Hello, ma, I want to do this, I want to do that. And if peradventure you're the firstborn, but for yourself, you do not like stress, thinking about those younger ones behind you, you'd want to do something meaningful with your life, right? So that's why I won't call it distraction, because distraction can come in a negative form. So I'll call it your inner manpower. Thinking about that alone will help you to forge further. And any goal you think you might, in fact, there is nothing easy. To attain success in life is not an easy task. You must be ready for the risk. You must be ready for the ups and the downs. You don't just throw away what you are doing and you just be a jack of all trades. No. Make sure you think deeply. Take counsel from people that are knowledgeable, people you see as your role model that are prospering in that field. Ask them about the risk and everything. It doesn't just go like that without bringing risk. No, so that you don't just waste your precious time on a particular task, then forgoing that task because you have seen another thing that might end up serving you good. You must be you must be responsible for your goal. You must be responsible for your decision. Even if anybody tries to convince you that there is another thing that is paying very well, you will tell that person, once I had a vision, I'm taking the action now, and I'm moving towards the attainment. Do you understand? So nobody will be able to convince you. Rome is not just built a day. You must be ready for all these things. But before you venture into a task or into that will help you up, you must well, you must seek counsel, you must meet with people that are doing well in the field, so that when you just go your time, your precious time, you won't waste your precious time and divert into another thing entirely.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much. I also believe that the people watching, everyone watching, are definitely learning one or two things from the training. Yes. And also, I believe some people will be wondering, you mentioned that there are certain applications that young people can actually use. Well, I feel some young Nigerians or young people all over the world may be, eager to know such applications. So if you are willing, or maybe you have it in your mind to know this application, just reach out to us privately. Will guide you on certain applications you can use to make good use of your time that can also be
Of
paying, that
course.
can also give you generate good income for you. Yes. Once more, thank you so much, Ayesimbo Anu Oluwapo. Yes, it's very much
You're
great to have a
welcome.
person like you. Yes,
Yeah,
a
my
person like you in our
pleasure.
midst. A very great fashion designer. Yeah, she's doing very well, and she's known as Iniola Atelia. Atelia, yes. So, in case you have it in mind that you want to sew something good, she can give you a befitting attire. She's very great. Also, if you need her contact, you can reach out to me for that. Also, for those watching, we are partnering with Longting Enterprises. Longting Enterprises, and a video we are going to be we're going to be in our next youth development show. We're going to be displaying a video from Longting Enterprises, collaboration with Longting Enterprises. If you were to be with us next week Sunday, where we are going to be interacting on the collaboration. Also, as well, I will just share a very short tip. It's not going to take me 3 to 5 minutes. Just listen to these tips. The Baptist poem always says you should not procrastinate. It says procrastination is a thief of time. So the more you procrastinate, like she said, the more you procrastinate, the more you say this thing is not important now. I want to do. You have said you want to do something now, then now you are now saying, "Oh, let me shift it to the next day." You are wasting your time. You are wasting time. The time you waste right now, you may not be able to get it again. That is for a fact. You may not be able to get it again. So it is high time you start deciding that you should use your time for what you want to do. So take, like she also said too, another major point she said, have a to-do list. Like as for me, I have a book where I wrote down all the things I want to do this year. And by the grace of God, I've been achieving them little by little. So get a book where you write down things. Most young people don't like to write down things. They love to just get
Oh,
ideas and dash them away, right? They love to dash ideas away. Get a book. Some people feel that, some people feel that after school, that will be the last time I will ever write again. I don't want to write again after
hmm.
school. Maybe you are a teacher. Yeah, that's a fact. Maybe you are a teacher. You are a teacher. You don't want to write a lesson note. You just want to teach. You just want to do your thing and go. No, you have to note that you cannot stop writing. A person that is writing
Never.
is reading. So you have to continue writing. You have to continue. A good writer is a good thinker. A good writer is a good thinker. The more you write, the more you think, the more you can creatively bring out great ideas, because ideas come from those that read effectively. So know how to maximize your time to be very effective. You have to sit down to effectively maximize your time by writing, by documenting every idea that comes around you. Try to get a jotter, a pen and a jotter whenever you are moving around. And like she also said, try to ignore distractions. Distractions come because of our phones, because of the friends we have around us, because of the places we are. If we can actually stay in a secluded environment, or we are just walking on our own along the road, get a note, get a pen and paper. You are writing different ideas. You decide to write them down. This is going to be a very great thing for you. But most of us just feel no, no, no. Then lastly, I want to encourage you to try to reward yourself, like he said as well too. Try to reward yourself. If you have listed out 10 things, 15 things, 20 things I want to achieve, as you have achieved the first one, maybe you could just say, oh, let me just take myself out for achieving this big task. To you is small. To you, the task is small. But to others, people are looking for ways to solve that problem, but you solved it easily. So you can actually reward yourself with something. This would energize you to actually do more of the tasks. You don't need you don't need to procrastinate. You don't need to, run away and do all those things. You need to see how you can maximize your time. And also try to show up early. Try to show up early. You should know that if someone is giving you something to do, you have to ensure that you show up early, because if you show up early the first time, this person can end up recommending you the next time. But if you do not show up early, it shows that maybe you don't have a good work ethics, you don't value the program, you don't value the business, you don't value the organization. So these are certain principles you need to involve in your organization. Try to show up early. You are given a time, you have decided, you have agreed to do something. Ensure that you show up so that you do very well in that organization. Like I said, try to document your tasks. Try to prioritize and choose tasks that are most important at the moment. Then definitely you will do very well. So assess yourself. Everyone that have joined us today, try to assess yourself, know whether you are actually managing your time well, or maybe you have noticed that you're not managing your time well. Try to see how you can improve, and this would in turn help you to do well. This would in turn help you to do well. So next week, Sunday, by 3 p.m. West African time, we are going to be discussing on the value of collaboration in organizations. We are going to be discussing on the value of collaboration in organizations. And also we are going to be showing you, we're going to be showing you the organizations partnership with long-term enterprises. So do well to stay with us by 3 p.m. West African time. Once more, thank you so much, Anu Oluwapo, Ayesimbo, for being with us.
My pleasure.
Yes, just one thing. Yes, yes, yeah, welcome. So in 1 minute, uh, just give us an advice, give the young individuals, young persons watching you an advice, any advice whatsoever when it comes to business in general, just give them an advice.
Okay. Like you earlier said, we must do away with anything that deals with procrastination. We must be intelligent to, do things right. And we must also be able to, make necessary goals, set necessary goals. Okay? You must be intentional. Must be intentional. It is with intentionality. And when you are intentional, you must also be consistent. Consistency is key. When you are consistent with whatever you do, it becomes your habit. In fact, it becomes part and parcel of you. So in anything you want to do at all, in anything you wish to do at all, do it very well. Do it very well. And you must be extraordinary. You must do things beyond the ordinary way and the usual ways of doing them. So thank you for having me. It's such a great honor to to have you here with me as well. I'm so glad. And to everyone watching, thanks for joining. And let's do this again next Sunday by the grace of God.
Amen. Thank you so much once more, Anu Oluwapo. Thank you so much, everyone, for being with us. Do well to be with us while we discuss on collaboration, reasons why you need to collaborate in your organization, what it takes to collaborate. Right. So join us by 3 p.m. West African
So
time next week, Sunday. Yes. Thank you so much, Oluwapo. All right.